And today we're going to be checking out this ceiling fan and installing it. It's a very nice, this is a 6-foot solid wood blade, triple blade fan. It's a very classy looking fan. It's going to add that modern look to any room, and it's also going to give the room a very nice feel with these solid wood blades. Now these blades are really made out of like a balsa wood, so they're not super heavy. And like I said, the install is pretty simple too. So we're going to take a closer look at the fan first so you can see some up close details. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to put it together and install it in case you're interested. So let's get a closer look. All right, so this is what the fan looks like. You can see that this is a very large fan with solid wood blades. This is the 72-inch version, so it's quite large. They do make a smaller size, a few smaller sizes to be exact. So make sure you just measure your room and get the right size fan. Now you can see that the fans are finished wood, and they do have a very nice wood grain pattern. You can see that there is no light kit in this fan, but one can be added at a later date if you choose to. But it's very nice. You have the wood, and then you have the smooth black satin finish with the brass type screws. Gives it that nice classy look. You do have the ceiling cover as well to finish up the install to make it look that much nicer. And you can see that it is a very nice looking modern fan overall. Now it does come with a remote control. Now you can see your remote control. You have all off, light off and on, all your fan speeds, fan off, forward and reverse rotations, and your 1 hour, 2 hour, and 4 hour timers. Along with the remote, you will get a remote holder that you can mount onto a wall or to a table, and you'll have all the hardware, wire nuts needed to complete the install. And don't forget the manual, of course. Okay, now we have it fully installed. We have the remote. We're going to go ahead and try speed number 1. And it works perfectly. Moves a lot of air just on number 1. Very quiet fan. Let's take it to the extreme and go to number 6. And it moves a lot of air. You even get a little bit of sound from it, but not too bad. Come back down to 1. So overall, it's a very nice modern looking fan. It's going to move a lot of air, give you that little bit of style and class to your room, and some cooling as well. Now, if you still like this fan, stick around and let's see how to install it. All right, so here's all the parts of the fan. I'm going to go ahead and put this together. That way you can see how hard or how simple it is. You have your mounting bracket. This is the one that goes on the ceiling. This would be your short pole. So after you mount this, this is what hangs inside here to hold the fan. Of course, you have your remote control and your remote control module, the fan motor itself, the decorative covers, extension poles, so if you have a really high ceiling and you need the ceiling fan lower, and this looks like a little finishing cap for the bottom. So as you can see, these blades are solid wood, but they are super light, so I don't know if it's some kind of balsa wood. Irregardless, we're going to go ahead, get out the instructions, and see how it all goes together. Basically, we're going to attach the blades like this, in which they will have a cover like this go on top of them. So we're going to line this up. I'm going to put these in. I'm not going to tighten them all the way until I get all the blades in. Now this fan does come in multiple sizes, so if this one is too big for your room, there are smaller sizes. There you go. That is all installed, and then you have your little finishing cap that just screws on right here. Just make sure that's tight, and that's what the fan is going to look like. Now we're going to flip this over, and these are going to be your different connections This is all going to be addressed after we hang the fan up, but before you actually put the bracket in the ceiling and hang this fan up. Okay, so before you install the little extension, you're going to run the wires through this cover. This cover is going to come down over the top. It's just a little decorative cover. Then you're going to run your wires through your little mounting pole. This is what hooks into the bracket. This is going to go through here just like this. And then you will drop this in. I know you guys are having a hard time seeing this, but you're going to slide this pin through here, and then tighten these two screws up. And then this is just simply going to slide down just like that. All right, let's go to the ceiling. All right, so we have our old fan out. First thing we're going to do is we are going to mount the new bracket. Make sure that your power is turned off at the breaker. If you're not comfortable installing and messing with the electricity, then please hire a professional. Okay, so the bracket's installed. Or the way I like to do it is we gotta hook up the electric box. This is what's going to provide power to the fan. You have a ground right here. First we're going to connect the ground. The ground is usually green. In this case it's a bare wire with no insulation and a yellow and green. All right, that's connected. So I'm just going to shove this back up into the box to get it out of the way. Now in this case we're going to hook up the neutral, which is the black wire, to the black wire. Just like that. And then we're going to hook up the red wire, which is the AC, or the line in, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to connect that to the white, just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and tuck these back up in here. Move this to the side. And now we're going to put our fan up here. And before you actually hang the fan, make sure that you slide this cover over first. All right, so now that we have this cover on as well, now we just simply hold these wires to the side and slide the fan into the bracket, and we can let it go. Pretty simple. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the little control box here and we're going to slide it into the top of the bracket. Just like that. And then we just have these three wires to connect the fan. Let me get this out of the way. To connect the fan itself to the controller. And you just match them color for color. So we will go pink on pink, gray on gray, and red to red. Now these wires can just be stuck in the cover like that. And all we have to do now is connect this. So when this goes up, you're gonna have your little screws that are already in the bracket right here. Trying to get these wires where they stay out of the way. Stay right there on top of the box. And then twist it just like so. And then take your screwdriver and just tighten this up. And now your fan is installed. Okay, now we have it fully installed. We have the remote. We're going to go ahead and try speed number 1. And it works perfectly. Moves a lot of air just on number 1. Very quiet fan. Let's take it to the extreme and go to number 6. And it moves a lot of air. You even get a little bit of sound from it, but not too bad. Come back down to 1. So overall, a very nice fan. Really simple to install. Like I said, if you're not comfortable with installing things to electricity, get a professional to do it. But it's going to give your room that nice, classy look, and it's going to move a lot of air to keep that room just a little bit cooler. I hope this video helps, and thanks for watching.